Good morning, everybody.
Howdy.
Breaking news. Jehovah's Witnesses put Brooklyn headquarters up for sale.
It's about time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think they have to do that because, they've done the math and they've discovered they got more going out than they have coming in at this time?
Yes.
Yeah.
And thank you so much, everyone, for all of you who have been doing the research. And you guys have been working hard behind the scenes, sending me the links to this and the real estate and all of that. So appreciate it so much.
Yeah, and you'll find the article is up on our website, watchtower.exposed.
Yeah, and what I did is I've got the link to the article. And get this, Watchtower has their own real estate office or properties now. Or
What? What? That's breaking news. Yeah, right. Like we didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
We've all suspected that Watchtower has really been in the real estate business, accumulating properties and buildings and everything like this. But it's interesting. We won't tell you right now, but when we get to that portion in this video, we're going to look at the mission statement of the Watchtower Real Estate Office because this is a really eye-opener.
And guess what? They're not going to have this on jw.org.
Oh, no.
They may say that it's gone up for sale, but they're not going to say any details or anything.
On jw.org.
So that's why you have to go to apostate websites like Brooklyn Daily Eagle newspaper. Okay, so this article is from December 3rd, it looks like. And I'm just going to read this to everybody, but I will put the links to this. Like I said, it's on our website, and I'll put the link to that down below here in the description. Sought after Dumbo site, 85 J Street and 124 Columbia Heights are also being sold. This just in, the Jehovah's Witnesses are putting their famed world headquarters in Brooklyn Heights up for sale. The Watchtower Real Estate Office is offering, yeah, you heard that right. The Watchtower Real Estate Office is offering iconic 25 to 30 Columbia Heights for sale, according to an announcement made Thursday night by the Jehovah's Witnesses Office of Public Information.
Okay, wait. Why would Watchtower have their own real estate office?
Well, think about it. You don't have to pay high commission real estate fees.
Oh, yeah. when you're talking, selling properties for the hundreds of millions of dollars.
Oh, yeah.
Think about how some poor schmuck in an everyday real estate office would just miss out on a commission. Say if they sold a piece of property for, I don't know, $400 million. What kind of a commission would that real estate person or that realtor agent lose out on?
Since Watchtower has their own lawyers, why not have their own real estate brokers?
Keeps all the money in-house, doesn't it?
Exactly.
That's why they got more going out than they got coming in. Because they're having to pay their own people.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so back to the article. The more than 733,000 square foot property whose famed red Watchtower sign lights up the night covers nearly 2 city blocks and has killer views of the Brooklyn Bridge. It has served as the organization's headquarters for decades. It's one of the 3 high-profile properties the Watchtower is putting onto the sale market. The 3 properties are expected to be sold in separate deals. This is the latest move in the Witnesses' long-running campaign to sell their once vast Brooklyn Heights and Dumbo real estate holdings because of a planned move to a new headquarters they're building in upstate Warwick. And we know how well that's going.
Yeah.
The 3 offerings are expected to draw red-hot interest from developers eager to get their hands on prime locations in landmark Brooklyn Heights and oh-so-trendy Dumbo. A competitive offering process has started for 85 J Street, one of Brooklyn's largest undeveloped sites, the Witnesses' announcement said. The site spans an entire city block in the dynamic Dumbo neighborhood and has nearly 1 million square feet of development rights. Richard Devine, a Jehovah's Witness spokesman, said in a statement, "It's near the foot of the Manhattan Bridge. Now used as a parking lot, the 135,000 square foot J Street site also has frontage on Yorkfront and Bridge Streets. Real estate sources told the Brooklyn Eagle 2 years ago that developers who had approached the witnesses at that time were willing to fork over $400 per buildable square foot, which equals nearly $400 million for a parking lot.
No, wait a minute. If they had more money going out than they got coming in, why didn't they sell this for $400 million and balance the books back then?
Yeah. A competitive offering process has also started for 124 Columbia Heights, a 10-story, 150,000 square foot residential building that overlooks Brooklyn Heights' beloved promenade. No wonder they're firing Bethel workers. They want to sell their home.
That's right.
Devine called it a remarkable building with spectacular views of the Brooklyn Bridge, the Statue of Liberty, and the impressive Lower Manhattan skyline. The witnesses, who expect to complete their Warwick headquarters construction in 2017,
that's
still
debatable.
This is interesting. Still own another dozen Brooklyn Heights properties they have not yet brought to market. So they still own
12 more pieces of property that they're going to probably end up selling.
Okay, so when I'm done with all this, you bring up the whole money thing, because question, yeah. They began their sell-off process in 2011. One of their important holdings, the Hotel Bossert at 98 Montague? It's a New York thing. Fetched $81 million. Purchasers David Bistreiser and Joseph Chatritt are now in the throes of turning the Brooklyn Heights property, once known as the Waldorf Astoria of Brooklyn, into a luxury hotel. The Watchtower's largest Brooklyn property transaction to date was the $375 million sale of a package of 6 Dumbo buildings on Adams, Pearl, Prospect, and Sand Streets to Donald Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner. The Kushner companies and co-owner RFR are transforming the former Bible printing plants into an office complex for tech and creative firms. Okay, so now we are going to go over to the website Watchtower Brooklyn Real Estate.
And I really love the heading. Scroll back down. It says, "A new history in the making. Watchtower is pleased to present prime real estate offerings in Brooklyn Heights and Dumbo, featuring expansive views of Manhattan and and of New York City's iconic bridges." Wait a minute, Jehovah's Witnesses. Why is the mission statement in their real estate office saying a new history in the making? I thought this old world is about to, crash and burn with Armageddon just being right around the corner. Jehovah's Witnesses, you all studied it a while back. At that time, be ready to make, life-saving decisions and bullshit like this, even though it's not practical. But yet, on their real estate mission, a new history in the making. Is Jehovah's Witnesses now really identifying what their entire purpose has been all along? To use religion as a means to get filthy rich? Honestly?
And to collect a empire of property?
All these buildings over these decades have been maintained by Jehovah's Witnesses free of charge and
slave labor. And now they're turning them around and selling them for hundreds of millions of dollars. Hey, Jehovah's Witnesses, thanks for providing the slave labor in this modern day world. And people thought slavery was done with, huh? Yeah, right. Yeah. I just want to mention some comments here from our friend Deep Throat, who had read this article and stuff, and he goes, "Think this will be on jw.org?
No.
If it is, it will be a very sanitized version. Yeah. If a vacant lot is selling for $400 million, I wonder what 124 Columbia Heights is selling for." And Watchtower still has a dozen properties that haven't even been listed yet. But keep those contributions coming, JWs, because Watchtower is poor and they have more money going out than what is coming in. And we're going to get back to the properties here. The The ones that are on their listing here for sale is the 85 J Street, Brooklyn, New York. The 124 Columbia Heights, Brooklyn, New York property. And then the 2530 Columbia Heights, Brooklyn, New York building. So they only have those 3 properties for sale on their site here. But when you go to the top and click on About Us, this is what it says. The sales team at the Watchtower Brooklyn Real Estate Office is located at the world headquarters of Jehovah's Witnesses in Brooklyn, New York. We invite qualified buyers to visit the individual property websites, wait for it, sign a confidentiality and non-disclosure agreement, and then learn more about the properties. Wow. So what, do they have to look at your bank account, before they'll even talk to you?
I don't have a clue.
They're being awful secretive. And that was another thing that Deep Throat brought out here. Because he read this agreement and brought it to my attention. A point to bring up in a video is the Watchtower quote that says, "True religion in no way practices secretiveness." And that is from the June 1st, 1997 Watchtower, page 6. Then point out that JW.org has never once published the sale of these properties, despite the fact that it's already public knowledge published in the local news outlets. If the sale price is not a secret, then why does Watchtower not publish it on their own website so JWs also know what the rest of the world knows?
Yeah.
Because it's right. Until these properties sell and there's public documents, we won't know, what they're even asking for. So.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And it's interesting because we've gotten several elders' letters the past few days, and it appears that at least 3 or 4 of those happen to be applications for volunteer workers in other countries. So, are they mostly firing them here in the United States, or what is up with this?
Well, according to Heard, it was a worldwide layoff, remember?
Yeah.
Sending home branch workers worldwide.
Yeah, but yet, these new elders' letters are actually applications.
Well, I think they're looking for a more specified, qualified team to put all of this together.
I handed that to you because I wanted you to bring it up.
Oh, okay. Do it.
He's tired today. He's been working a lot. Okay, they have put out a new little tract in the UK supporting the worldwide work with tax-effective giving. Wow. This leaflet provides helpful information for those inquiring about ways of giving to support the worldwide work of Jehovah's Witnesses. Jehovah's Witnesses do not solicit funds. They may not solicit funds, but they sure as heck keep reminding them, huh?
Hell yeah. Well, the thing is when you repeat a lie enough and surround the lie with, words that are like, eloquently put, the Jehovah's Witnesses will continue to believe it. And some will even believe it when they leave the organization.
Yeah. Well, then on the back of the little tract, you got here a place to where you can set up a standing donation. So you can set this up with your bank and they'll take it out of your account every month. Isn't that nice and convenient?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Take a look at this.
What?
On the back of the brochure, it says, Gift Aid Declaration. Please tick either box below to indicate whether we can reclaim the tax on your donations. These guys don't miss a trick, do they?
Yeah. Oh, well, did you read this?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I want the International Bible Students Association to treat as gift aid all donations I make from now on unless I notify you otherwise. I am a UK taxpayer and understand that if I pay less income tax and or capital gains tax than the amount of gift aid claimed on all my donations in that tax year, it is my responsibility to pay any difference. I understand that other taxes such as VAT and council tax do not qualify. I understand that charity will reclaim for every £1 they get. In this country, it would be 25 cents, I think.
Yeah.
So 25%.
I don't know the exchanges.
Yeah.
I just find it funny right here. In the very, very beginning, front page, it says, supporting the worldwide work with tax-effective giving. And right at the bottom of it, they quote Matthew 24:14. This good news of the kingdom will be preached for a witness to all the nations. Yeah. Unfriggin' believable.
Yeah. And then the other box you can tick is, I do not qualify for gift aid as I am not a UK taxpayer.
So the brochure is going everywhere, isn't it?
Well, I know it's going all over the UK.
Yeah.
So, well, it's interesting because here under the benefits of the worldwide work, this says all of our work is carried out by unpaid volunteers, slave labor. So all of your contributions will be used for charitable purposes. Interesting how they classify child abuse cases being paid to victims as charitable purposes. These include funding the following in Britain and other parts of the world where there is a need. The supply of Bibles and Bible-based literature to help people fill their spiritual need. Haven't they cut most of that down by like 75%?
Something like that, yeah. Yeah.
Missionaries, special pioneers, circuit overseer activity. They're firing them.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, this is all proper. This is all Watchtower propaganda techniques. That's all this is.
Yeah.
And many people fall right into these propaganda techniques without doing any true research into the subject.
Yeah, and Kingdom Halls, haven't they stopped most of the building of Kingdom Halls?
No. They didn't stop it. What they're saying is that if you want a Kingdom Hall, you have to pay for it yourself. Because, see, Watchtower can no longer finance Kingdom Halls because they've been charging a interest, which means they're acting as a bank.
Yeah. Branch operations.
Well, didn't they just say that they're going to, cut them back and even close some of them and stop? I mean, come on.
And this relief work.
Yeah, see, but this is how asleep Jehovah's Witnesses can continue to become when this same nonsense is being drummed into their head.
Relief work.
Yeah. Speaking of relief work,
Really?
Really?
Oh. Okay, you can give
You
tax.
can edit that out.
You can give tax effectively by completing the standing order form and gift aid declaration. Making a credit or debit card donation over the phone to the branch office, and then they have the phone number. Logging in to jwgift.org, sending a check payable to IBSA to the branch office. This is what I thought was interesting. Yeah. Donating stocks and shares. We can sell them without tax, thus increasing their benefit. Please contact us for further information on this. So, if you have stocks and bonds in military companies and all of that, they still want it.
Well, see, this is how they're drummed to sleep, and they don't catch what they're being told, because you'll sit in the Kingdom Hall and you'll hear all this nonsense over and over and over again, and you just don't stop and think. Okay, this is what Watchtower says. Donating stocks and shares. Well, somebody like my mother, who might have a little bit in the stock market or what do they call
money
those?
Market?
Money market funds. Oh, when I die, I'm going to give Watchtower all of it. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, blah, blah, blah. They're going to donate. And this is what he says. This is what we can sell without tax, thus increasing their benefit. Why don't you, Jehovah's Witnesses, keep your stocks, keep your bonds, keep your shares, and why don't you sell them without tax?
Well, what's interesting, it says, thus increasing their benefit. They don't tell you. It's no benefit to the estate. It's a benefit to Watchtower.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, this was funny. It says, putting money into a worldwide work contribution box at one of our assemblies or conventions, along with a gift aid declaration, putting money into the worldwide work contribution box at your Kingdom Hall is not tax effective.
Interesting. Yeah. See, Because what's happening is if they've lost their charitable status in certain countries, when you put that money in the contribution box, Watchtower can be taxed on that money. That's why they put in parentheses or put in these brackets, playing the bracket game again, putting money into the worldwide work contribution box at your Kingdom Hall is not tax effective.
Yeah. So you need a gift aid declaration.
Right. Exactly. So that's why, you know, when you write out that little check on that little memo line, you need to put gift so they're not paying taxes on it. These guys are nothing but snake oil salesmen.
Yeah. I love this one. If you donate £100 per year to us, the government will give us currently a further £25. Cumulatively, this is very significant.
Wait a minute. So now they're turning to the government for financial aid? Oh, no, honestly, aren't they? They're turning to the government for financial aid. How desperate are these sons of bitches? Honestly.
Watchtower, maybe you should apply for food stamps to feed the rest of your Bethel workers.
I mean,
now.
this is just propaganda bullshit from Watchtower.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So, these guys are really sinking to a new low, aren't they?
Yeah. So if you have any questions or want to donate, contact the International Bible Students Association, the Ridgeway, London, the IBSA, and Watchtower Corporate. Cooperate closely together in the interest of the worldwide work. That's what I think about that.
They're just grabbing for every last dime that they can get available. You know, it appears to me, from a strategic business perspective, with the way the governments are now coming down on religions regarding their child abuse and some other policies that they've been hiding, that, in my opinion, the only way Watchtower can get out of this pretty much unscathed is to file bankruptcy. Now, what better way to get all of this in place than to go buy a piece of shit property in Wallkill that they knew before they bought had contamination problems. See, Watchtower can't backpedal on that, because before you buy any piece of property, you have to have full disclosure. Even sometimes here in the Southwest, when you buy a piece of property, you have to sign away, say like mineral rights. When we bought our property in Arizona, we had to sign away the mineral rights below the ground, so that if in time there was, I don't know, say like a vein of gold or something that was of value, they had the right to come and mine that property for the minerals. And there are other situations in life when you buy a piece of property, this is disclosed to you.
Or, like here in New Mexico, when we bought this property, you have to sign and agree to accept all rights, whether they be easements, mineral, anything like that, you have to accept them. Right. So when you sign that property to buy it, you know exactly what you are taking on and what you're giving up.
Right. So you can't convince me in any lifetime that Watchtower did not know. Now, if this is some grandiose scheme of Watchtower to get all these properties sold, funnel the money to wherever it needs to be funneled, hide it, and then file a bankruptcy because of what they're losing in Wallkill, what better way to do with the Watchtower, to do away with the Watchtower Bible Tract Society, and now come up with this real estate Vogel that has a new future or a new beginning or whatever it is that they said on the front of that website.
Well, just the fact that they're setting up a real estate office right in the world headquarters, I mean, that should raise a question mark to most of Jehovah's Witnesses anyway.
Yeah, it should. It really should. And the fact that they've come out with, the new silver sword, and they're readjusting some of the scriptures to go back to what the old King James used to say, shows that they didn't have it right in the first place.
Yeah. So I want to thank everybody for the Christmas cards. Love getting Christmas cards. And I think we're done.
We're done.
Hope you all have a great weekend. Take
Bye.
care, everybody.